Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today it's kinda more of the same from yesterday, but might throw in some Underspire. Vault event going on. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Hunting versus hunting vault keys, hunting Dragonite. Dragonite farming, if you will. This is the best way to do it. Get your Valentine's Day gift right here. I left this screen up on purpose so I wouldn't forget to say it. Make sure you get your free gift here, Valentine's Day. It's a little bit lackluster, but, you know, free stuff. So get it. Get it for free. But yeah, I gotta set up this stream, so bear with me here. Where is my stream at? Okay, I see. I see. Hit the like, turn your ticket to the train. Oh my gosh, I hit the wrong button. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. We're pushing the wrong button. Alright. So I'm gonna set her up. I'm gonna get this for free though. Make sure you do the same. I think you just gotta log in every day, maybe. Which, if you're playing this game seriously, you should probably be logging in every day at least. But yeah, let me run a trial while I set up the stream, then we'll get into it as soon as possible. Epic trials. Valentine's Day. You guys got a Valentine? Maybe it's yourself? You're gonna treat yourself today? You don't need a freaking Valentine? Better off by yourself? I don't know. Okay, I got a thumbnail, let's go. I'm trying on those. Gems of War live stream done. No, I'm not AI. I gotta put some, Gems of War Dragonite. Gems of War Vault event, I guess. Gems of War Gnome-a-paloozas. I guess that's fine. Let's do that. Alright. So thumbnail, the stream should be shareable in a minute or two. Sometimes it takes a second. And I am going to put the stream on my home tab here, just like trying to do everything the same as yesterday, because yesterday was awesome. So pretty much trying to do it almost exactly the same, but with not exactly the same, but try not to do anything too different. Oopsie, why is that on? Trey with a 3, Swag with the 2. Thank you so much. Fist bump, right back at ya. Alright, let's see who's here. We got Trey, we got Sauna, Lady Outfield, we got Swagmire, we got Yoke. What's going on? Almost done here with the back end. My back end. My hiney. My YouTube hiney. My YouTube cheeks. Elevator music, waiting music. Just for you. Alright, I'm good. I got that. Let's get rid of this, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this junk that I don't need right now. Alright, I'm hitting like, just like you are. Cool. And we're almost there. Morning, Trey. Hey, Sauna. What's up, Swag? Morning, Yoke. Thank you so much, Swag and Trey. You like the thumbnail, Yoke? Sauna says it's awesome. Youngblood's here. Youngblood's here. Alright, let's get out of here. We still got Captain McCall. I think we could win this still. It's one that you could do on your own, probably easier than the... It's probably one of the ones where doing it yourself would be easier than letting the auto battler do it, because you can make sure they're submerged when you shoot your Captain McCall to make sure you get an instant kill, while the AI is probably not gonna be that smart. But let's get out of here. I don't really care. It's just something to watch. while I set her up. Alrighty. So just like yesterday, pretty much, we're doing the vault event. You guys know the deal. Get them vault keys. That's the main goal. Getting vault keys. But to make it a little different than yesterday, I'm gonna try to throw in some Underspire, maybe some Tower of Doom, maybe some PvP. But we'll start out with the vault event because that's the main thing going on. We got over 10,000 gems now. Come on. So, alright. Let's get into it. How many keys do I got right now? So yesterday I got 168. Which is pretty good on the first day. I did a little bit this morning, to be honest, so it wasn't all from yesterday. I was trying, like, last night. I don't know. Sometimes at night, I just can't do one more. I get tired. I don't want to waste it. Like, I could definitely start it and start doing it, but I feel like I would start nodding off a little bit, and I don't like doing, like, super sleepy gaps. I feel like I'm wasting it, and I'd probably get, like, 20 vault keys instead of 30 or something. I like to, like, lock in and do them as fast as I can. Even doing them on stream is making it, you know, not ideal. When I'm off stream, I'm really concentrating, going super fast. Like, it seems a little bit more laggy when I'm streaming, and I'm not concentrating as hard as I usually do when I'm not streaming, but I'll take it. I'll take it. But I'm saying, like, when I'm super tired at night, like, sometimes you got to make that, you know, put that foot down. Like, all right, I'm done. I can't keep going. If I keep going, maybe you can hunt verses, though. You can do sleepy verse hunting. I can do that. I'd recommend sleepy verse hunting, but sleepy gaps, you probably should not do sleepy gaps. So I cut myself off last night, like, alright, you're too tired. If you run a gap, you're going to be falling asleep halfway through it. Waking up like, oh, I wonder how much, wonder how long I nodded off there for. Usually it's only like 15 to 30 seconds, but still, you're like, geez, I could have done, like 5 freaking fights in that time. Just missed out. A big thing I didn't mention yesterday, kind of, is Dragonite. A lot of y'all are probably going for Dragonite right now, because you're trying for those evil dragons or whatever. Or you just, you know, Stellarix, Chrysantherax, all that. I mean, I mentioned it, but I didn't, like, focus on it. And, I need them too. I need Dragonite too, because I don't have all the dragons. Let's go look at that. I think I have enough to open an egg, so we can open an egg right now. I could get the Watcher's Cleaver. That's the, you know, I have some of the dragons, right? I'm only missing one dragon, so I'm able to make one weapon if I really wanted to. That wouldn't be horrible. I kind of want to get all 6 dragons before I make a weapon. Or, you know, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, you could do it either way. I don't think it's a big... If you want to make the weapon first, like if you have 3 of the dragons and you want to make the weapon and make sure that Dragonite's going to something that you actually need, then I don't hate it. But that's not how I do it usually. I kind of want to I want to get all 6 dragons first. That's kind of the hardest part. So, I mean, if you're having a lot of, like, issues with it, like you're getting a lot of duplicates and you're just, like, sick of getting duplicates, I could see a person, like, maybe crafting one of the weapons instead just to... you know, feel better about it a little bit, you know? Like, I got something this time, I got something out of it this time, I got the weapon, like, I'm making progress, like, make you feel like you're making a little progress, instead of continuously getting duplicates. But, you know, right now, I'm still cool with, opening eggs and trying for the dragon that I need. I haven't gotten, like, a bunch of duplicates yet, I don't think. Let's go see. How could I look up just these dragons? Definitely do dragon. There's gotta be a way. Kin of Death, Deadly Tough Scales. Something, you gotta find something that they share in common. Kin, maybe? Let's look up kin. Or kin of. I think we've done this before. Kin of. Alright, there you go. So that'll bring up all... If you want to see, like, all the evil dragons that you have without everything else clogging up your collection there, just do kin of. So dragons and kin of. So I can do unowned. See the ones I'm missing. This is the one I need. Runetheus. I need, like, is that the green one, I guess? One that does Curse and Stun. The one I need. Pretty good one. Cool one. I like the way it looks. This is the Diamantina or the Stellarex or the Chrysantherax. It's the Captain Planet, right? It's not even that good. I feel like the weapon is the main goal. Visinium and the weapon are kind of the main goals of this round of dragons. Normally it's Chrysantherax is the main goal, and Stellarex is the main goal, and Diamantina was the main goal. This one's strange. This one's a little different. Because Pandemonia is not stronger than Chrysantherax or Stellarex. So the strongest dragon out of the crop is really Visinium, which does the silence and the curse. And that's why it's the strongest, because it does the two coolest, like, negative stats effects. I almost said negative positive. Negative stats effects. And then the weapon, the Sinister Reaper or whatever. That's like kind of the main prize of these evil dragons is like the Sinister Reaper, I feel. It's a better Black Manacles, a better, whatever that temporal, whatever weapon, that is similar to Black Manacles that we got. So that's the main prize, really. So I need Runetheus, basically, here. But how many duplicates have I gotten? So I got 5 of this one, which is the Curse and Disease, so one of the worst ones. Got 5 copies of that one. Got 2 of this one, Curse and Deathmark. I got 2 of this one. And I did get Visinium, though, so, which is good. I have the best one. Got Visinium. Curse and Silence. So I'm missing one. And it's Runetheus. So this is the one we need. So let's go pop an egg, see if we can get it. And then we'll continue to farm Dragonite. As you go for Vault Keys and as you go for Verses, as you do the Vault of it, you're pretty much farming Dragonite too, because there's more gnomes right now, so there's more Dragonite gnomes. So the more fights you do, like the faster you do Explore 1, the more gnomes you're going to see. The more gnomes you see, the more chance you have at seeing a Dragonite gnome. The more Dragonite gnomes you see, the more Dragonite you get. The more verses you get, the more gaps you run, the more Dragonite gnomes you're going to see. And guess what? I saw 2 Dragonite gnomes in one fight right after that stream. So 100% Rain is right. Like, I was pretty sure I've had it happen before, but now I'm 100% sure. I have a screenshot of it. It happened right after the stream. It was crazy. I ran one more gap after the stream ended yesterday. Like, later on in the day. It wasn't, like, straight after. But, the very next gap that I ran after the stream yesterday, I got 2 Dragonite gnomes in one of the fights of the gap. And I took a screenshot. I think I got, like, I didn't get a lot of, I got, like, 20 Dragonite, though. They both gave me the lowest drop, I feel. But, yeah, that was kind of cool. So that's possible. I still want to see, like, a Verse Gnome and a Dragonite Gnome or something. But it's definitely possible to get 2 Dragonite Gnomes in one fight. And while you're running gaps, that's when it's going to happen. If it ever happens in a regular fight, that'd be like getting struck by lightning while you win the lottery, while, you know, I don't know, getting struck by lightning twice while winning the lottery twice at the same time. You get 2 Dragonite Gnomes in a regular fight outside of a Vault event. Or even in a Vault event, really. But yeah, what am I looking at here? I need to craft an egg. So let's go. I was going to look at the weapon, probably. Here's the weapon. Sinister Reaper. This thing's pretty sick. Hits pretty hard. Does bleed gems, terror gems, poison gems. And 3 more of each if they die. So I kind of want that thing. It's the thing I want. Another weapon that does good damage to all enemies. We don't have like a ton of those. We got Dancing Daggers and Fiendfire and Dawnbringer and Dustbringer and Black Manacles, and we need more weapons that hit all enemies hard for stuff like class events and whatnot. And really stinky restrictions that you can use all your weapons in. We need more weapons like this, I feel. They added like a bunch of explodey weapons at one point. We need some of these. So this thing is probably the biggest prize out of all the evil dragons. Just having another weapon that can hit all enemies hard for like restrictions where the restriction sucks, and it's like female gnomes that are wearing a tutu or something, but you can use all your weapons, right? So you would use Sinister Reaper or Ruby Weapon or something like that if you don't have the female gnome with the tutu restriction. Alright, let's craft this thing. Evil Dragon Egg. Right here. You need 600 Dragonite. I got 619, so just enough. Baka Slap, hello. Shout out to Trey and Swag running out there, getting the train started. Appreciate it. The brown verse doesn't like you? Me either, man. That's the one I'm looking for. You have 10 of every other one. You got 120 keys yesterday. Could have had more, but you couldn't get the brown verses. Yeah, that definitely happens. For sure. You got to make sure you're hunting verses in between every gap, pretty much. And usually I get the one I need. I've shown it on stream a lot of times. Because a lot of people have that problem. A lot of people are going to have the problem where they're missing one verse, so they can't do a gap. My new account had that problem, and since I was doing battles like way slower on my new account, it felt like even more of a problem. So the slower you're doing fights, the slower you're doing, if you're doing, and you can't help it. It's not like you can help it. I'm not saying like, if you're doing Rowan on Explorer 1, it's slower than Ironhawks on Explorer 1. So when I show, like, okay, I need a brown verse, I have 0, and let's go get it on stream. It happens, like, every time. So, you know, but if you're using Rowan, it's going to take, like, twice as long. So you might see me get it in, like, 1 or 2 boss chests. I might get the verse I need. But if you're using Rowan, it might take, 3 boss chests or something to get the verse you need. So it's not crazy that it takes a minute to get the verse that you need, but it'll happen for sure. Like, I've shown it more than a handful of times on stream that I would have 0 of a verse. I'm like, let's go until I get the verse I need, and then I get it on stream, like, pretty quickly thereafter, like within 15 minutes or something, I'm getting it. So all you gotta do is explore 1 as fast as you can. You'll get the verse you need eventually. It just feels bad because as soon as you get it, you use it and you're back to 0. And then you got to do it again. And then as soon as you do it again, you got to do it again. So it feels bad, I know, but you're getting it. You're using it immediately, so then you're back to 0. And you got to go do it again, right? So you're looking for 1, which is harder than looking for getting just 1 of the 4. The weapon's better? Yeah, the weapon's better than Pandemonium, pretty much. Baka says, I used to farm these weekends like a demon. Them dragons take so long to get, right? I don't even have it, you know? So, what key to get the lovers? Vault keys. So the keys that you're farming right this moment in the Vault event, Vault keys. You can get the lovers with that. I think you can get it with epic Vault keys too. Just any kind of Vault key will give you the lovers. And like I was explaining yesterday with the drop table with Cedric, it's just getting more and more bloated, so it's getting harder and harder to get the lovers because there's just other tarot cards in that drop table, and there's more. And every time they add a tarot card, it goes into that drop table, so the drop table gets bigger and bigger and bigger, so it makes it harder to get the lovers. So the sooner that you can get as many vault keys as possible and open them, the better for the lovers. It's just going to keep getting harder. Eventually, they'll probably add another way to get it. That's what they usually do. If something keeps getting harder and harder, and it's something people need, and it's like a bottleneck, they'll probably eventually make it, give you another way to get the lovers. But right now, the only way to do it is to open vault keys and epic vault keys. You're going to want to do that after the vault event's over. Concentrate right now on just getting as many vault keys as you can, and then once the event's over on Monday, then you can open them and see if you get the lovers. You don't need the wand right now. The wand has nothing to do with farming the vault events, but I know you want it. But just get as many. The only way you're going to get it is if you get as many vault keys as you can right now. And then on Monday, open them up. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Just after the vault event. You're trying to just farm Dragonite? Well, that's the same exact way that you would farm vault keys. That's what's cool about the vault event. No matter what you need, It's all the same. If you need gold, you do the same thing. If you want vault keys, you do the same thing. If you need Dragonite, you do the same thing. If you need souls, same thing. Orbs, same things. The lovers, same thing. So what's cool about the vault event? You just do it the way that I say, and you'll get any of that stuff. It's all the same. If you need jewels, same thing. Diamonds, same thing. It's all the same. Just go do Explore 1 as quickly as possible with your fastest team. Get as many vault keys as you can, and that'll give you any resource, whether it's Dragonite or diamonds or the lovers. So what's cool about the vault event, you're just the same for everybody, no matter what you're looking for. This person's looking for gold, this person's looking for Dragonite, this person's looking for the lovers. They all do it the same way to get different things. So if you're only going for Dragonite, you're gonna want to make sure you set that timer. You look for those Dragonite gnomes and you let them live past the music and then kill them to get the full drop. So just make sure you're paying attention to that, like extra for Dragonite. Sean's here, Royal's here. Atlanta's fast, but you know, Atlanta's got to be used with Pharaoh Cafru, and I just feel like it's Rowan or Ironhawk. I explained it yesterday. You could do Atlanta, but I don't know. I explained it really good yesterday as to why it's either Ironhawk or Rowan. And I'm probably not going to explain it as good today, but if you watch yesterday's stream, you know, I mentioned Moon Mage, I mentioned Atlanta, I mentioned Cafru, I mentioned Greed, and all that other stuff you could be doing. But I really explained it well. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it's really Rowan or Ironhawk, and there's a reason for that. Like with Rowan, you can level any class you want, get class weapons, do any kingdom you want. You know, the Atlanta, it takes a mythic. Rowan doesn't take a mythic. If you have Cafru but not Ironhawk, like what are you doing? You know what I mean? I don't know. Alright, let's open this thing. I need the green one. Runetheus, if I can get the green one, then we have all the evil dragons. But I have a very low chance. I'm not expecting it. I have a 1 in 6 chance. So I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to flip the table, jump out the window, rip my pants off and eat them if I don't get the green dragon here. I have a 1 in 6 chance. That's more likely than not I'm not going to get the green dragon. Alright, I got another Demisurius. So we gotta keep trying. That's all you can do. The evil dragons are not in the Soul Forge, so we can't do anything else except for continue to open eggs and hope and pray. Wish upon a star. Alright. Let's do some vault event first, and then we'll get into everything else. I'm trying not to make this exactly the same as yesterday. So, I have 168 vault keys. I still have 4 gaps. So my gaps are going down. I started with like 9. So I really need to hunt versus more. But also, I want to end this weekend with like 1, 0, 2 Gnome-a-paloozas. I'm not trying to end the weekend with 4, 3, 10. I want to make sure I use them, because this is the time to use them. We don't have, you know, once it's Monday, gaps are useless. You know what I mean? They're very, very valuable right now. It's one of the most valuable things in the game, especially right now. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a Gnome-a-palooza is one of the most valuable things in the game, and you should run them. It's the best place to be in the entire game ever. Like, all 30 days, all 365 days of the year, for all 10 years of the game. Like, the best fights you can be doing in the game are, you're doing a Gnome-a-palooza. So if you're doing anything else while you have gaps, you're pretty much not doing the best thing that you could be doing at the moment. So you should be running gaps right now if you have them. They're useless after this weekend, but they're the best thing in the game. 365 days a year, nothing's better than running a gap. You get so much loot, it's crazy. Everything else in the game is all about getting loot and making sure you have enough gems or gold or diamonds or Dragonite or whatever. And then you use that stuff to progress your account, you know, get further in an event or get more in your kingdom level and power or whatever. But the way you do that is by getting resources. The way you get resources is by running gaps. So it's the best thing you could be doing ever. Like, it'd be like if you're playing another game, and if you go to a certain zone, you get like 5 times the experience. So most likely you're going to go to that zone and get the 5 times experience, right? You're not going to just go and pick your nose in the corner in some random you know, city and do nothing. If there's 5 times experience in a certain zone, you're probably going to go there and get that 5 times experience. Well, right now, the best fights you could be doing are running gaps right now. So whatever you can do to get to that point, so go hunt verses to get the gaps to run the gaps. Do Explore 1 over and over and over as fast as you can. That's the way you get the verses. That's the way you can run the gaps. Then outside of these 3 days, the singular best usage of your time, the singular best fight, like if I could pick one fight to do for the rest of my life in Gems of War, the most valuable fight is Vault Key fights. Opening Vault Keys, opening Epic Vault Keys. Anything else in the game is not as good as being inside of a Vault Key fight, doing a Vault Key fight. Those are the best in the game. It's the most loot, most bang for your buck, best usage of your time in the entire game. So we're trying to get those right now. So gaps, best right now, these 3 days, running gaps. Outside of these 3 days, opening Vault Keys is the best usage of your time, the most valuable fights that you could be doing at any one time. If you could pick one fight to do, you'd be opening Epic Vault Keys, right? If you could pick one thing to do right now, I'd be running a gap. Those are so valuable, and it's a good... You're using your time wisely. So we decided Wild Plains was the place to be. I haven't had any trouble with it yet. We got 72 out of 100 mist stones, so we really want to get that to... So we'll show verse hunting first. So I want to get that to as close to 0 as possible. I'm going to copy this team, so I don't have to, like, keep putting it back, you know, keep finding Sister Superior over and over and over. I'm going to clear my filter. And we need to get Ironhawk, because the verse hunting team is triple Ironhawk. If you don't have Ironhawks, you're using Rowan, you're using whatever. Take your City of Thieves Rowan farming, you know, your City of Thieves farming team, your Rowan City of Thieves farming team, and use that to farm Vault Keys this week in versus. You might make a slight tweak to it to make it a little faster, like Black Manacles as the weapon, or Mountain Crusher as the weapon, you know, Leprechaun and Mirage Queen instead of Clockwork Sphinx or something, but it's pretty much just your Rowan team from City of Thieves if you don't have Ironhawks. It's that simple. Alright, Ironhawk. Triple Ironhawk. And I'm going to go until I get to a boss chest. That way I don't have to deal with a silly boss chest during a gap. I got a Mimic during a gap when I was off stream. Because I was trying to like run them back to back and get them open, get them done. And that's what you would do if you have like a bunch of gaps. You're not going to sit here and verse hunt. You're just going to open gap. You're just going to run gaps as much as possible this weekend. Gaps are useless once this weekend ends, so you might as well use them. Use them or lose them. And I'm sure you could think of a couple of uses outside of a VOD event, but I think that's very wasteful. And you shouldn't do that, whatever it may be. Usually it involves making something easier that doesn't need to be easier. That you could probably just do without making it a gap. Which I've never ran a gap outside of a VOD event to make something easier. That's a big waste. You know, you're trading 30 Vault Keys to make one fight. You know, a couple of fights easier, whatever it may be. Which I don't like. It's a big, big payment just to not have to do something properly. Alright, hunting versus. So I'm pretty much just casting that Dust Devil. The Dust Devil does 5 damage. It starts empowered. The Ironhawks do 5 damage each whenever an ally casts a spell. So we're doing a total of 20 damage. Wild Plains on Explore 1. Most of the enemies, freaking Soul Gnome, most of the enemies have less than 20 HP. But occasionally you're going to get that. Most of the time, 90-something% of the time, that's not going to happen. And we're doing a very specific amount of damage to go as fast as possible. And try to get those verses. Because, you know, you got to get... You don't need... You need a certain color. Well, you're going to want to see as many as possible, because you're... Just like when we opened that egg. That dragon egg. I'm not expecting to just get the green dragon. You know, I'm probably going to have to pop a bunch of eggs first. But there's the one I need right there. So I was just talking about it. That's the guy I need right now. That's the verse I need. The brown. There he is. So I got it on stream once again. I got the verse I needed. It's not that hard. It's the one I needed right there. You just gotta go as fast as you can. You can't, like, give yourself an excuse to go slower. Dang, I got verse gnomes back to back. That's sick. We got Baz and then Cindy. What is Baz, by the way, you guys? When I was making my thumbnail, I was trying to think, like, who's he supposed to be? You guys have told me before, and I always forget. I know the other three. We got Cindy Lauper, Gene Simmons, and Slash, right? Well, who's Baz? I always forget that one. He just looks kind of like regular. Like, Gene Simmons is sticking his tongue out. He's got face paint on. Slash's got his top hat. You know. Cindy Lauper's got her crazy hair or whatever. I don't know. Baz just kind of looks like... I don't know who he is. It's not as obvious. You guys have told me before, though. He's the drummer? Okay, but what... He's... All the Gnome-a-paloozas gnomes are based on a real-life, like, musician. Like... You know, Slash with the guitar. That's Freddy. Cindy is Cindy Lauper, right? And Hoagie is Gene Simmons. Who is Baz? He's somebody. Somebody said it before, and I just don't remember. Like James Dean or somebody? I don't know. I'm just making up names. But he's modeled after someone. You got 200 keys, Yoke? Nice. That's what I was trying for. I think you could get 1,000, Yoke. You know what they do is they save up a bunch of gaps, and then they just run gaps all weekend. Is what they do. That's how they get 1,000. That takes, like, not running gaps the vault event before, though. So honestly, when they get 1,000, they're really getting like 500. It's not as if you think about it, and it's not as impressive as it seems, right? Most likely, like there might be a person out there that's getting 1,000. I doubt it though. I feel like the people that get 1,000 plus vault keys are running gaps the entire weekend. And how did that happen? How are they able to run gaps the entire weekend without hunting for verses? They took one vault event. And they hunted verses the entire time. They ran no gaps. So they also got no vault keys, or very little. That vault event. So if you take the vault event where they got 1,000 vault keys, and you add it to the vault event where they got like 20 vault keys, because they were hunting gaps the whole time, verses the whole time, and then you divide it by 2, they're really not getting it's not that impressive. You gotta rob from Peter to pay Paul. If you got a bunch of gaps, you're robbing from Peter to pay Paul. There's no way around it. You got to run the gaps. You can't just sit there and hunt verses the whole time. So that's what you would do. If you wanted to brag about getting like a bunch of vault keys during a vault event, you would sacrifice one vault event, getting very low amount, an embarrassing amount of vault keys. And then the next vault event, you would go super hard and run gaps the entire time. And that's how you would get like a bunch. I'm not even going to say 1,000, because 1,000 might be possible without doing that. But if you want to report like a 2,000 vault keys or something crazy, you want to set the record or something, you would sacrifice one vault event and then just run gaps the entire next vault event. So you're kind of forward thinking, you're sacrificing, you're getting barely any one vault event so you can get a bunch the next one. So it's not even really a good strategy to be like stacking up gaps, like a bunch of verses, unless you just don't have time to run. The only good excuse is you don't have 15 minutes straight. You're just like super popular. You're like, I don't know, Warren Buffett or something, and you got just people knocking down your door every 2-3 minutes. You're on a phone call, a Zoom call, like people needing your autograph because you're like a rich billionaire and you got to sign checks all day or something. Like, if you're like that, to where you just don't have 15 straight minutes to run a gap, then I understand. I get it. You know, I'm not like that, but That's the only person out there that I can get it. Like, you're just so crazy popular that you don't have 15 straight minutes to run a gap. So you just sit there and you hunt gaps. You hunt versus the whole time. You get like 100 gaps. And to me, that's a waste. That's just putting work into your future. It's not a total waste because it's good, but you're just putting work off into the future, in my opinion. But you could run all those gaps one weekend and report, thousands of vault keys, and people will be impressed. But also, you had to sacrifice at least 1 or 2 vault events where you didn't get any vault keys, and then if you divide it by 3, it's not that cool. That's what people are doing. It's kind of like PvP. So the people on the top of the leaderboard, some of them, not all of them, once again, not all of them, but there's definitely a strat where you would not cash in your icons. You go. All you do one season is like try to get a bunch of icons or something. You don't use them, and then the next PvP season you get 20% of a bunch of icons, but you start out with a big lead and it's kind of like that. You're sacrificing one season to make the other season look bigger and better. But if you divide it by 2, once again, you really didn't do anything special. Could be Tommy Lee. It could be. How the hell do people get the... You do Phoenicia on E3? I mean, you do whatever you want to do, but I've explained it a bunch of times. So, I can only get blue in the face so many times before I lose brain cells. So why you wouldn't want to do that? Nothing's as fast as this. Nothing's as fast as Ironhawks. Just impossible. Anything else has some sort of explosion going on. If you're using Phoenicia, you probably got some sort of explosion going on that's happening every single fight. If you're going up in difficulty in Explore, the enemies get stronger, they start getting their traits and stuff, just more weird stuff happens. It's not as consistent. I got Baz again. He's just proving me right now. He's like, yep, he's right. So he came out and gave me the verse I needed while I was saying that. Royal says, how can I tell when a gnome drops? Sorry, big noob here. It crashes into the fight, so it'll be like, and it like crashes in. And it has a little bag by it. So I'll show you next time it happens. I'll point it out. Thank you, Baka. Whatever floats your boat, by the way, I just gotta, for everybody else, for the general public, for the other however many hundreds of people watch this after, like, anybody lurking here, If you like Phoenicia on Explore 3 and you've been getting a bunch of vault keys and a bunch of verses and you got the Wand of Stars and you got all the dragons, like, The only thing I could say is I have Diamantina, I have Stellarix, I have Chrysantherax, I have 10,000 gems, I have a lot of 2030 kingdoms. I've been playing the game for almost 10 years. So that's why I recommend doing... I'm just telling you how I did it, like what I did. I did Ironhawks or Rowan. I've never done Phoenicia on Explore 3. I've never done Atlanta. I've tried Moon Mage, but I didn't think it was any good reason. It's just simple, too. Like I said I think the thing I said in the last stream is to make it simple. Like if I was writing a Vault event for dummies, it's Ironhawk or Rowan. And then it's Senna Mirage or Wild Plains. And then that's easy to remember. So that's part of it, but whatever's working for you, like Tyrion Shark, I always use him as an example. He does things a little bit different than me, but he's super high level with tons of progress. And whatever's working for him, he needs to just keep doing it and not, get swayed by anything I'm saying. So if you're getting freaking 400, 500 vault keys a vault event, and you got every Dragonite dragon and almost every mythic in the game and lots of 2030 kingdoms, then just keep doing it the way you're doing it. Like, don't let me talk you out of it, for sure. But I'm just, like, helping everybody else that don't have all the Dragonite dragons. They don't have a bunch of 2030 kingdoms with really high stats. They haven't been playing for 10 years and all that business. But, yeah. Whatever's working for you, keep doing it. That's a good tip anyway. Some unorthodox thing might be working for some person out there. This is like the main way that most long, vets, professional Gems of War players. This is what we're doing. Oh, I forgot to tell you when a gnome comes in. It screams and it like crashes in, and it's got a little bag next to it. Swag says, "Can you explain how the TOD map thing works? I'm confused as hell with the numbers and letters." I mean, it's gonna be different depending on how the scout reports it. Not every scout reports it the same exact way, so... Like, usually they'll say floor 1, room 2 is this. And then floor 1, room 3 is this. And then, usually what I do is I'll say floor 1, and then put like a little dash or something, and then I'll say room 2, and then I'll say what's in room 2. And then I'll say, comma, room 3. And then I'll put what's in room 3. And then room 4, what's in room 4. Room 5, what's in room 5. Then I'll do that again with floor 2. Floor 2, dash. Room 2, this is what's in there. Room 3, this is what's in there. Room 4, this is what's in there. Room 5, this is what's in there. H would stand for probably either heroism or haste. They're going to have to, like, either put... They might put H for haste and HER for heroism. Or they might just spell it all the way out, But H would be haste or heroism, which you need both of those anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Unlock, usually I just write out unlock, but it could be like UN or something like that. That's the key to the next floor. You have to get that to fight the boss. Luck, they're probably going to put an L, or just write out luck. Those are good because it's just straight up points. It's like fighting the boss, pretty much. Fireball is like F, or just fireball written out. Everything else you don't really need to worry about because you're not supposed to get it. So like armor would be A, or they'd write out armor, Magic would be M, or they'd write out magic. If that's what you're asking, I don't know. Sana says it's on Discord, like, the, Am I still doing this? Am I supposed to do this still? Did I already get to the boss chest? No, I went too far. Oh well. I was too busy having fun hunting verses there. Alright, let's catch up in the chat, then I'll run a gap. Tyrion says Lars from Metallica, the drummer. Yeah, you have a 2-year-old, Funky, for sure. I feel you. The 2-year-old is kind of like you are a billionaire and you're signing, checks. It is kind of the same thing, you're right. I've had many a 2-year-old, so I know what you're talking about. But they do take naps. There is nighttime, there's morning. Sometimes the mom might have the baby. It's not impossible. Tyrion says, my strat when I used to get 1,000 vault keys was to alternate between farming and using gaps, but I tried to end the week with more gaps than I started with. Trey says, Motley Crue, Tommy Lee. Apply that 3+ years at the game and you get over 100 gaps. How do I know which gnome is a dragon? It's the Dragonite gnome. So, here. We can go to collection. They're in your collection. Not sure exactly how to bring them all up. Are they even a typing? Okay, you type gnome. So this is the Dragonite gnome. He's got a little dragon. He's like holding a little dragon, baby dragon. So that's the one that drops Dragonite. So here's the one I was talking about, Tommy Lee or Lars or whoever, the drummer. He drops the verse, the brown verse. Cedric's the like king of the Vault of In. He drops like the lovers and big giant gem drops and gold drops. He's in every single vault key fight. Cindy's a verse gnome. She's the red one. She's supposed to be Cindy Lauper, right? Cursed Gnome drops Cursed Runes. That's for upgrading your Soul Forge or doing some other stuff in the Soul Forge. It's all about Soul Forge stuff. You know, Darksmith Drenza and Angry Anvil and Cursebreaker weapons. Eventually you can make Vault Keys with treasure maps plus Cursed Runes. Demon Gnome, he drops Chaos Shards, which kind of suck. You know, this is the Dragonite Gnome, drops Dragonite. Freddy, the green verse, it's Slash. Glory Gnome drops Glory, which is great. Pet Gnome sets off a pet, which you have to do PvP to do that. That's why you don't see me doing PvP, because setting off a pet will bring up something on everybody's screen and distract them from their grind of the Vault event. And you probably shouldn't go do pets anyway. It's my opinion, right? Mecha Gnome, what's the freaking Mecha Gnome drop? Ingots, maybe? Jewel Gnome drops jewels, diamonds. Hoagie, that's the blue one. That's Gene Simmons. Soul Gnome drops souls. Treasure Gnome can drop lots of different stuff, like gems, gold, trait stones. And they all have a chance to drop vault keys. Except for, like, I don't think the Verse Gnomes don't drop them, the Curse Gnome don't drop them. Dragonite Gnome, like, the Special Gnomes don't drop vault keys, because they have special loot. But every other Gnome, like, this one can drop a vault key instead of its cursed shard, or its shards. This one can drop a vault key instead of its glory. This one can drop a vault key instead of its ingots or whatever it is. This one can drop a vault key instead of jewels. This one can drop a vault key. This one can drop a vault key instead. That's all the gnomes. These are the ones crashing in today, and that's what every single one of them drops. Hopefully that helped. Israel's here. What up, man? Let me know if you have any trouble today, bro. Royal says Dragonite. Okay, Baka, it's only because I've got lots of magic. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. You know me, though. I'm not going to say it's the right thing to be doing. No berries, North. Dude. Don't eat the poison berries and crap your pants and then complain about the poison berries. I'm telling you, don't eat the poison berries, everybody. You're going to crap your pants. But people just keep eating them and crapping their pants. And they're like, why do I keep crapping my pants? I told you, don't eat those berries off the tree. Don't be doing it like that. Do it like this. Go to the grocery store, get the berries. Eat those berries. Quit picking the berries off the tree, off the bush. You wonder why you're crapping your pants, but you keep eating the berries. I'm telling you, the people just don't listen, though. You say, don't eat those berries off that bush. They're like, screw you, Sunny Cool, I don't care. They fill up their pants, and then they get mad. Because then they have to do laundry. Trey with another 2. Thank you so much. No problem, Royal. Ingots. Okay, I was right. Pet Gnome can drop pet food and vault key. PvP and arena. Alright, let's go do a gap now. Let's make sure we're all set up first. You don't want to be, like, accidentally having the wrong team on or something. That just takes time. I don't like my smith stones. That's kind of too high, but I don't, you know. I gotta be moving along here. So, paste. And you don't have to lock in a fight, so I won't do it this time. But let's run a gap. We'll set a timer, remember? Because if you want Dragonite, you really need to know when your gap is ending. So that limiter, the limiter comes off as soon as the gap ends, and then you get the full drop of Dragonite. If you kill that, there's a difference between like 1 second. 1 second before the gap ends, if you kill that Dragonite Gnome, you're going to get 2 Dragonite. If you wait until after, 2 seconds later, when it's over, you'll get 20 Dragonite. You know, could be this 8 Dragonite and 80. It could be 5 and 50. As soon as that freaking gap ends, it goes from 5 to 50. So make sure you don't screw that up. If you have a Dragonite Gnome in the last minute or so. That's the best. Like, most people right now are probably looking for Dragonite because they want the evil dragon. So I'll try to show it. If I get a Dragonite Gnome in the last, like, minute. I don't like doing it any longer than a minute, but minute, maybe 2 minutes just to show it. But I'd rather have vault keys right now. Not like that. I really want a bunch of gems so I can get, you know, books and deeds and medals and get my kingdom level and power up. That's kind of my main goal. But Evil Dragons is kind of another little goal, so either way. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna go on my laptop. I'm gonna type clock into my search bar. I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna make it 15 minutes. I'm gonna start it before I click the gap. Go. Now we'll do it. Get out of here, go straight to it, go to explore, boom, boom, bang. Go as fast as you can. Lock in. Get your timing down if you can get your preloading inputs down. Don't let that confuse you though, just do fights as fast as possible. I'm just like playing for so long that I'm trying to do everything freaking fast as possible. I'm like, yeah, and I like have timing, but I did it horribly that time. Sometimes when I'm not streaming, I'll be doing that. Yeah. Kind of get your timing down, you know? Like a buffer. A little buffer strat. So you know exactly when to cast. Yeah. Up, did it wrong. Maybe it's 5 yas. I gotta figure it out. You gotta do the yas same speed every time. I keep screwing it up, bro. You could just wait till you see Sister Superior and then let go of that button, do a burnout. If you kind of know, like, see that? You didn't even see her. You'd have to put it in 0.25 and go frame by frame. And you know you did it right. If you see Sister Superior, you did it wrong. That was bad. I saw her. I saw her beautiful skinny face. Oh! That was bad. You just see how fast you can do it, like how your timing, you know, letting go of that button's what I call it. Kind of like you're bumping in, do a drag race. I saw her. She said, "Look at this," and she opened her robe. She had nothing underneath. Yeah. So the gnomes have to each crash in. Yeah. And then it's amount of time after that. Sometimes I'll look at like the little animations on my troops, because I think the last one is like revered or something, like when you see revered maybe? Let's try that. Whenever revered pops up, I'll let off the button. That kind of works. As long as I do it right when it pops. So I'm looking at Sister Superior, right, on my team. When I see revered. Feels like a little bit slow, like maybe I should do it a little bit before that. What's right before revered? Empowered, maybe? How about I'll try it this time when I see empowered. Oh! Was that good? I can't really see. So I'm looking at my troop. Oh, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Let's try empowered again. Oh no! It's so fast. Make a little game out of it. It's kind of like a carnival game. You're trying to see how fast you can push. Oh! Is that good? I'm not looking. I'm looking at Sister. As soon as you see empowered, maybe? It's pretty good. And this will, like, if you keep doing that, if you do it perfectly, frame perfect every time, which I don't know if I'm doing that or not, but that was bad. You'll get more fights in, you'll get more vault keys. Like, it adds up over time. Got an epic there. I can kind of see it on my phone. It looks like I'm doing pretty good. Piss. See that? And then you run the risk of screwing it up too. One way, like a foolproof way, if you're preloading inputs, is to slide your finger off the X as soon as you see her. Like, look in the middle of the screen, and when she pops up in the middle, you slide your thumb instead of, like, lifting. And you'll never mess it up. Here, I'll try that from now on. It's a little bit slower, but it's more consistent. You just wait till you see her, and you slide your thumb. See that? That was the slide. Slide tech. Ah, I did it again. I'm always trying to go so fast that... Oh, come on, dummy! Jeez. I get, like, the more the day goes, the better I get. And when I'm not on stream, like, I'm even better. Oh my god, I keep screwing it up. Another epic Valky, though. I'll take that. Alright, man. Lock in. Come on. Ah, that was alright. Letting go of that button. The light's turning green. We gotta tree 'em. Get my metaphor? Somebody? No! You suck, bro. I'm going too early. I need some medication. Gonna numb it up or something. There we go. That was freaking perfect. She just opened that robe and said, look at this on that one. That was good. Oh, that was pretty good, too. That was like an A. Maybe not an A+. Come on, baby. Oh! It's another decent one. Not quite look at this, but pretty close. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Would you look at it? That was a good one. Oh no! I screwed up. I went too early. The wife is mad. She's disappointed in me. No, I did it again. Please. It doesn't always, it's not always like this, I promise. Ah, you're just too hot, baby. Come on, bro. Lock in. No! How many times in a row? She's gonna divorce you. Going way too early. Wait a second. Wait a second. There you go. Look at this. I'm back on top. I carried her over a puddle. I beat up somebody that was making fun of her or something. Alright. That was alright. That was okay. That was an okay one. Nobody knows the nonsense I'm talking about. I'm preloading inputs on a controller. I talk about it all the time. I think it's very high-end strat. Especially with Ironhawks. Fastest team in the game, getting faster type of thing. Yeah! Look at this. And it makes it more fun. Instead of just... You're trying to do perfect. Ah! That was alright. I'll take it. I'll take that every time, but I really like look at this. Look at this! Look at that. That was pretty good. I think I saw a nipple. Alright, our timer says 6 minutes. Oh no! Went early again. Kidding me. I thought I was done doing that. Just creeps up on you sometimes. It's been a while. Oh, but then I said, look at this. Whip open the robe. Come on, baby. Let's show them what we got. Yeah! Let's go. Wasn't for all this loading. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, that's pretty good. It sounds like a horse race. See, the more you do it, the better you'll get. Like, eventually you're just gonna be like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. You'll get like 40 vault keys. That was the best one ever. Didn't even see her, did you? You're like a ninja. Like a rogue sneaking up on you, backstabbing you or something. It's like a ghost. Woo! She's pretty quick there. She's a little peeping Tom on that one. Yeah. Woo! Look at that. Look at them apples. Look at that loading, though. Yeah. No! I went early. I screwed myself up. I started thinking about baseball. Actually, that's a good thing, right? Try to name all the members of the NWO. If you're having trouble, you know? Look at this. Instead of thinking about baseball, you know? Something that... Somebody out there got a chuckle. If they're following along. It's hard to follow along, though. I get it. Deep cuts, metaphors that don't make sense. Cine Cool channel lore mixed with deep cuts and metaphors that don't make sense. Alright, come on. Let's look at this. Woo! Aw, man. Dang it. I went late that time, dude. She was over it. She was over it, and I was just still there. Alright, there we go. Look at this. That was perfect. Oh no, we had a boss chest. That's bad. Somebody's probably going to survive, and then we might get a mimic, and then it's going to make us open the stupid chest. Look at this. All this extra crap during a gap. You don't want that. That's bad. All that was bad. That's a whole fight that we missed out on right there. Gnome, or there's a Dragonite Gnome. Let's go. Welcome to the party, Dragonite Gnome. Welcome to the party, pal. Alright, we got him. How much did we get? Oh no, I should have... Nah, not yet, not yet. We still got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I gotta remember that, though. If we see one in the last minute, we want to, like, let him live. I'm gonna spare his life. Give him another chance. Oh! Did you see that one? Look at this stupid continue button. I'm pressing the X like a maniac. Oh, look at that. You don't get much faster than that, boys and gals. Got a curse gnome. He's ugly. He's ugly. I don't like him. He actually looks pretty cool, honestly. Oh, I went too early again. I'll make it up to you next time. Come on, continue button. I'll give you a massage. I'll think of the NWO. Oh, we got Dragonite Gnome again, but we got a minute 26. Should I sacrifice it? Ah! I don't want to. I'm doing so well. Oh well, I'll show it. This is for the YouTubes. This is for the stream. This is what you do right here. You stop doing your gap pretty much. It's a little bit early, but I just want to make sure I can show it. I'm never going to do this again for the rest of the weekend unless it's in the last minute. I don't like wasting my gaps and missing out on vault keys and gems and gold and stuff like that and orbs just for a little bit extra Dragonite, but we'll show it for the YouTubes, for the stream. So you hear the music is still going. I still got 40 seconds left. I could probably do like 8 fights, maybe get 8 vault keys. Like, you really want to take it down to the last second if you can. But normally, okay, so this guy, if I kill him right now, while the music's still going, he would drop 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 Dragonite. That's it. If you wait till the music ends, He's going to drop, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I think it's up to 100, actually, but... So you're sacrificing, like, a little bit, the least possible. So don't do it like this, but I want to make sure I have one when it ends. There's no guarantee that I would have got another Dragonite Gnome in the last minute and a half there. So I'm just going to show this sacrifice. Do as I say, not as I do, you know? Alright, my timer ended. But here's one thing. Here's a tip. You have to do something before the music will change. Okay? The music will stay on forever if you don't do anything. If I just sit here, it'll sound like I'm having a Gnome-a-palooza for 3 hours. Okay? So you have to do something to make the music change, other than killing him. So I'm going to take this extra turn, and the music will change immediately. And if it doesn't change immediately, I'll end the stream right now and eat my pants. What happened? No! Are you kidding me? I better end the stream and eat my pants. There it goes. What? Oh well, I gotta end the stream, I'm sorry. I got 30 Dragonite though, why is it trolling me? Every time I normally... Alright, I'll see you guys. I gotta eat my pants, bye. You ever see that one episode of Angry Video Game Nerd where he plays The Simpsons and then he eats his own shorts? That's what I just did. But I'm not going to end the stream, though. We got 30 Dragonite, so we would have got 3. You might have to cast a spell for the music to end. I don't know. That was weird. The game trolled me. Normally, if you just make any move once the gap is over... Like, I did start my timer a little early. Maybe I was slightly off on my timer. But... it's true, like, trust me, bro. If you make a move, it'll change the music. I don't know why there was such a delay. No, it's happened, like, every single time. Every single time that I've done that, it changes the music, so... It just, like, heard me say that I'd eat my pants, and it did that on purpose. Alright, let's read the chat now. Sorry, I was doing a gap, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was just on my, crazy rant. Under Vault? Yeah, it could have been Under Vault. Like Kingdom Vault, you're right. 4 fights per minute in a gap. It's pretty good, pretty good. I think I do like 10. 10 fights a minute, maybe. It's probably a little less. Maybe 8. I don't know. Isn't it like 6 seconds a fight? Maybe with all the loading and crap, you might be right. I don't know. Somebody go and let's see how many fights I was doing per minute. Nipples, let's go. Hold the bumper and the button, yeah. Why is my stuff lagging? No, my chat crashed now. Everything's going against me. I had to reload my chat, so I might If I miss something, just say it again. Perfect dungeon today, Beg? Nice. Dang, 3 months. You might want to switch after that perfect, like for tomorrow. Is he really eating his pants? I did literally rip my pants off one time on stream, you guys. Like, literally. It was I was playing Elden Ring, and I was fighting the... What boss was it? Sana was there, I feel. It was, I don't know. It was a really hard boss on Elden Ring, and I just kept refighting it and refighting it and refighting it. And eventually I beat it, and I ripped my pants off. I was so excited. Was it the last boss? Nah, it was not the last boss. It was like there was a horse right before it, I think, and it was the one that changes, you know? There's 2 different... What the hell was its name, bro? Not the cleric beast. That's in Bloodborne, isn't it? Something like that, though. He transforms and he, like... There's pillars in the arena. You go in the arena, there's, like, pillars all around. He's one version of himself. You kill that one, and then he changes into another version that's, like, jumping all over the place and throwing magic at you and crap. I remember it like it was... I just don't remember the name of the boss, but I remember the fight. Because it took forever. It might have been the one right before it. Yeah, it might have been like one of the last 3 or 4 bosses for sure. It was one of the hardest ones, definitely. It was in that one, you know, the tornadoes? If anybody's ever played Elden Ring, maybe there's one person here that's beat Elden Ring, you know? You know the stage that has like all the tornadoes and stuff, and then you go to the boss, there's like a staircase up to the boss. There's like a sentinel on the stairs, maybe 2 of them or something. And you have to run by the sentinel like every time, or otherwise you got to kill it. And you go in the boss arena, and the boss has 2 stages, and there's like pillars you can hide behind, but you can end up breaking them like in a second stage or something like that. It was that one, and I was doing like a astrology build, and I was playing the game blind, so I wasn't in there just bleeding them to death with the bleed weapon like everybody else. So it took me like a million tries. I forget the name of it though. I don't think anybody cares, so... Anyway, was that a good demonstration of how to do a gap? I think I did pretty good. Let's see how many keys I got. I can't remember what we were at, though. Let's get our pities. Was it like 168, maybe we were at? No, it was like... Was it 158? 168? I don't remember. Ooh, I only got 2 pities. We're getting to the point where we're only getting a couple. Diminishing returns. That's a metaphor for the game in general, for Gems of War. The more pity keys you get, the more gnomes it takes to get less pity keys. Tower of Doom's another... Like, this week is a perfect example of diminishing returns in Gems of War. Tower of Doom and Vault Event both have diminishing returns. Tower of Doom, it's the stats. The magic stat, the armor stat, the life stat. All those things you need... I should have called this stream Diminishing Returns the stream. I just didn't realize that we had the 2 biggest examples of it in the game right now. So if you look at this, you see the stats over there? So you got life, armor, attack, and magic. For every stat you get as a guild, it then takes another scroll to get the next stat. So you need 17 life scrolls to get to your next life stat, and you don't get 17 life, you get 1 life, right? You get 217 total. So to get to plus 17 life, we need 11 life scrolls just to get 1 life right now. That's diminishing returns literally right there. The first one cost 1, the next one costs 2, the next one costs 3, the next one costs 4, and so on and so on. But the reward stays the same. You get 1 stat. So for the first life scroll, you get 1 life. For the next one, where you have to get 2, you still just get 1 life. For the one where you have to get 17, you still just get 1 life. But it takes more and more effort to get the same amount of reward. That's a good example of diminishing returns right there. Those stats right there in Tower of Doom. They keep going up, but you keep getting the same reward. They don't give you more, you get the same. Same thing with pity keys. There's not a pet active. Okay. I need 135 freaking gnomes to get 1 key right now. It starts, you need 5 gnomes to get 1 key. And then it goes to 10 gnomes to get 1 key. And then it goes to 15 gnomes. And it resets every time. It goes back to 0. It's not like you get 5 more, 5 more, 5 more. No. You get 5 gnomes, you get sent 1 key in the mail. And then it resets to 0. And now it says 0 out of 10. Now you got to go get 10 gnomes to get 1 key. Then it resets to 0 out of 15. Then you got to get 15 gnomes to get 1 key. That's diminishing returns. And the game, in general, has diminishing returns on a day-to-day basis. Every single day. 365 days out of the year. This game has exactly that, just in general. The first hour you play, you get a certain amount of rewards. The second hour you play, you probably get around the same amount for the same effort. But once you hit that third hour of gameplay, you're doing way more work for the same rewards. Fourth hour of gameplay, way more work for probably less rewards. Fifth hour gameplay, way more work for way less rewards. Like, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse the more you play. The only time that's not a thing is right now, during the Vault event. Because, it's the best time to be playing the game. You're getting, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're doing the Vault event, as long as you're doing Explore 1, as long as you're hunting verses or running gaps, like, there's no diminishing returns really, except for the pity keys. So right now in Gems of War, there's no diminishing returns, I guess, like as far as the Vault event. But it's still there in the background if you don't account for the Vault event, like just dailies and other stuff. There's diminishing returns, but during the Vault event, that's the best time where there's like the least amount of diminishing returns, I guess. But every other day of the month, if you keep going and going and going, it's a free-to-play game. That's how they work. The more you play, the less you get. Honestly. So, I don't know. Just a good example of it right there. So I went off on a little tangent, little side quest. Talk about diminishing returns. Gems of War should just be called that. Gems of War, diminishing returns the game. So get all your stuff done, all your dailies, your events done for the day, and then pretty much, you can go a little bit further, but then you got to realize when you're hitting that time that it's just not worth it to play anymore for that day. It goes back, sets back to 0 the next day, though. You can play again, do all your dailies, do all your events again, but then realize, once again, when it gets to those diminishing returns, and stop playing, or else you're going to get burnt out, you're going to hate the game. If you try to play this game 5, 6, 7 hours a day, you're going to get burnt out and hate the game, because it's just not going to get any. You're going to be playing a bunch of fights for nothing, for barely anything, so you're going to start hating it. So you got to play this thing for like 1 or 2 hours a day. Other than, like right now, you're definitely a good time to play for 5 hours or 10 hours. But as long as you're doing Explore 1. Otherwise, there's still the diminishing returns in the background. Alright, so we hunted versus, we ran a gap. I want to do some other stuff today because we did this all day yesterday. And I want to show you my Underspire, kind of. Like, let's finish the Underspire, maybe. Dragor's here. What's up, man? So I'm heading towards, like, the 6th dragon. I just went through the door here. Is this the yellow gate, or whatever, door? I went highest level fights, so that took me this way, which led to the next door. So that's the 7th dragon. That's the last boss. That's the one with the Dragonite and the minion orb and all that. Okay, so now I just need to find the 6th dragon, the really good one, the one we're going to double with the lantern and all that. So, we just gotta look for it. Still using this team. It definitely fell off quite a bit, but it's still working, so I'm still using it. You're gonna see. It's in the hardest fights it's ever gonna be in right now, so it's not gonna look super impressive, but I'm still using it. I don't know. If I have to use trinkets or something, I probably will. If I have to switch to Elementalist, I probably will. Alright. So we look for our empowered conversions first. I don't really see any. I'm just going to take these skulls. We need as much damage as we can get right now. They're going to get an extra turn, though, if I take these skulls, so... Maybe I'll let them do it, and then I take them. I'm just going to take this yellow. Okay, see that? It's like baiting, you know exactly what the enemy's going to do type of thing. I made them do that, kind of. So I got the red extra turn instead of them. We got our thing now, right here. Got Ruby Weapon. Okay. Gotta cast it like freaking 3 times now. We got Shocktopus as backup. He's better than you would think. We look for our conversion again. It's gonna be red to blue this time. Let's take this. We kind of do take skulls. So we need so much damage right now. It's super hard fights. Even though, like, the skulls do physical and the other stuff does true, like, I don't know. I just feel like I need as much damage as possible. Alright, Shocktopus. I kind of like to see, like, what... We got 12 green, we got 10 blue, we got 11 brown. Then I look at the enemies. We got brown, brown. We got a couple of browns there. We got a couple of yellows, a couple of reds. So I could do red or brown, or yellow. If I do yellow, I hit the most enemies, but if I do brown, I get a lot of mana for my... Actually, it doesn't matter. I always forget that Shocktopus only does 8 max. But 8 mana for the Ruby Weapon would get it up, so I'm gonna do brown. Alright, now let's take this. Let's do this. It's getting to the point where my Shocktopus dies quite a bit of the time. Do we have this? Blue to red, blue to red. No. Let's do this then. Blue to red, no. Let's take, I don't know. I guess green. Blue to red, where you at? Where you at? Got this. Just take red, I guess. Kind of bogging us down. Got the Shocktopus. If you want to, you could do like the blue to red if you have like a lot of 3 matches, but I like to do extra turns when I can. Alright, so we can do, once again, we can do red, yellow. We can do yellow and kill 3 of them, maybe. So let's do yellow just to kill a bunch. Alright, I got 2 of them. We're still looking for that blue to red. I don't have it, though. It's right there now, so we got it. There's the fight. I didn't lose any troops. Definitely takes a while, but hey, what are you gonna do when it's you're almost entirely beat the entire Underspire, you know? Fights get harder. Trinkets, come on. Hey, and there's the boss. Perfect. Alright, we got the Ruby Leia. This is the best freaking dragon boss in the Underspire. You're gonna want to use a lantern. That gold glory orb is one of the hardest things to get in the game. And you'll need it forever, pretty much. You're never not going to need a gold glory orb. So, double that loot. Alright, am I super confident here? Or should I put some trinkets on or something? I mean, what else are you going to use them for, right? I might put on some... Look at all these trinkets I got. Like, why not use, like, this... This... At least. What else am I going to use them for? Might do that on Diamantina as well. Alright, we're up. Let's do this first. Do we have either empowered converter? Blue to red. Green to blue. Nope. Okay, now we got our Ruby Weapon again, so I'm gonna do it again. Ouch. Let's look for our conversions. Red to blue, green to blue. Yes, right here. There's Ruby Weapon again. Okay. Do we have our conversion? Green to blue? No. Shocktopus? What's over there? Got 14 red. That'd be cool. And we got 2 red enemies, and one of them's the dragon. So I really want to hit that dragon. It's going to be the thing that kills me, if anything kills me. So, could do brown as well. Is brown good? 12 brown? Okay. I could do brown and maybe get this red match too. Let's do brown. I don't know if that was a wise choice or not. Alright, do we have this? Green to blue, come on. No. The ruby weapon. Killed the dragon. Okay, we're good. Pretty good. Green to blue. Nope. Shocktopus probably get up the fastest. Green and yellow. There we go. Unless it dies. Blue or purple? Doesn't matter which one. Hey, we beat the main, like, target of the entire Underspire right there. 2 major orbs of glory, 2 orbs of chaos. Let's go. Like this. It's the... Could you imagine, like, any other fight in the game, like, getting 2 of this? Like, you don't even get that for, like, an epic vault key. So it's super, like, if you're doing the Underspire right now, it's, like, one of the only things that's, like, worth going out of your way to do while the vault event's going on. Just because of that, right there. If you're opening vault keys and epic vault keys as, like, an end-game player, you're hoping for these. And they're just sitting there waiting for you in the Underspire, so... That's why I'm doing this right now. My orbs kind of sucked, but oh well. I've been doubling the last dragon's loot as well, just because I need evil dragon. That's one place I will splurge a little. Like, I'm never going to buy Dragonite with gold marks in the PvP shop. I'm only going to buy Dragonite in the dungeon if it's for a weapon or Pandemonia, not for random eggs. So... I will allow myself, though, to double the loot on the last dragon, since I have 23 lanterns. So, let's do that. Get a little extra Dragonite here. It'll give me 100 instead of 50. And I'll get 2 minion orbs, which I definitely need. So we'll do a lantern, and we might as well do this again. The trinkets, like the bone one, you almost never want to do. I feel like it just backfires, kind of. Unless you have a very specific, like, skull team, maybe. Wild Trinket's one of the best ones. Just gives you mana. Resistance Trinket just lets you not get hit as hard. No, I'm just gonna do those two, because I have so many. And, like, there might be a harder restriction in the future where I need, like, the Hex Trinket, the Frost Trinket, the Death Trinket. Alright, let's see if I can double this loot, too. Get extra Dragonite. Alright, we're looking for blue to red, green to... We definitely have this. And I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to just do this. Or, I mean this, sorry. We got a ruby weapon up. Alright, anything else? Let's just do this. Okay, now we need to do blue to red, but we don't have it. So... Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll get blue and brown, and some stuff can fall from the sky. And let's get skulls and green, maybe. Got Shocktopus. Let's take these skulls. Oh, they're entangled. Let's let them take them. Maybe. You know, my Shocktopus is probably going to screw up those skulls either way. What we looking like here? We got yellow, yellow, blue, blue, green, 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 right? Yep. Green would be good. Let's just do it. Let's hit them. I want to kill that dragon. Do we have this? Blue to red. Nope. I don't see it. Looking for, like, the best match I could do. Oh no. Let's just do this. And we got the ruby weapon! Let's go! Gotta hit that dragon like 2 more times, at least. Could take... let's do that. Now we got this, because I did that. Alright, let's just keep doing, what was it, green? Scared of that dragon. Okay, 48. Blue to red. Come on, where are you at? Help me out. Gotta at least get your alignment once in this fight, sir. Killed the dragon. Let's go. We're gonna get 100 Dragonite for this. Blue to red, blue to red, blue to blue, blue, blue. Something I don't recommend for most people, right? Mostly you want to double the loot of the 6th dragon. Most people probably aren't going to have like a billion extra lanterns like me. That's because I took a break and did a new account playthrough and kept getting my lanterns. If you're not doing the Underspire though, like, at least get your lantern. That way you can end up like in this situation one day where you're doing it and you have extra lanterns. We just need yellow or blue. And blue, yellow, I'm just gonna do yellow. Like, Shocktopus could probably kill it by itself, so. Up, then they turn everything. We're looking for blue to red, red to blue, whatever it is. Nope. Let's just do that so they don't hit me. Got a red extra turn. Purple. Almost got it. Just need this thing to die. Green or yellow? Thank you. Oh, of course. You stinker. You little stinker. Alright, we still got it. No big deal. Shocktopus sacrificed its life for 100 Dragonite and 2 orbs of minion. 40 diamonds. Boom! Alright, so I got that done all the way. Would you guys like to see me go back and like get some traps and sentinels and stuff? Or would you rather see me go do some PvP or just run another gap or what? Can run a poll if you guys want. We ran a poll yesterday. You want to run another one? Let's catch up in the chat, see what y'all are saying. I needed to get that done. I could have done it tomorrow, I guess, but felt like it was good for the stream to go kill that 7th dragon. Israel, you're about to get 1,000,000 souls. What did you get from the Soul Forge first? How many of the ruby weapons do you have? Do you have any of them? Do you have one of them? Do you have 2 of them? How many do you got? Because ruby weapons like the answer, but if you don't have any of the weapons, you know, you probably can build up another 1,000,000 souls before you get all the weapons. There's always, you know, I always have like a question back. I always answer a question with a question, but that's how Gems of War is. It always depends. Like, this is going to cost you 1,000,000, but do you have the Dread Arquebus, the Dread Cutlass, and the... What was that thing called? Freak. The Lore Keeper, Timekeeper, the Lodestar. Is that the Lodestar? I don't know why I called it the other stuff. How many of those weapons? None? Okay, so you're thinking maybe... I think the only one you could get is Dawnbringer, right? Dustbringer, you need weapons too. Do you have any of those weapons? Nefertani's Blade, the Ankh of Nefertani, and the Scarab something? Do you have any of those? I mean, do you literally only have a 1,000,000 souls, or... If you literally only have 1,000,000 souls... You have all those? So Dustbringer or Dawnbringer? Okay. For Dawnbringer, you got to have all these weapons, which means you have to make all these first. So you got to do this one, and this one. Did you already make all those? Okay, so you have all these as well. That's pretty cool. Do you only have 1,000,000 souls? Like, literally 1,000,000? Or do you have... Like, how many souls do you have, like, exactly? I wouldn't want you to use, like, your only 1,000,000 souls. Like, I would want you to build up a little bit more before you You only have 1,000,000? I would just keep, like, Dawnbringer's always going to be here, Israel. It doesn't, like, cycle through. So I would say build up a little bit more souls first, and then do it. Go get 1,000,000, go get 11, you know, get 1,100,000 or something first. Don't spend your 1,000,000 souls on Dawnbringer and then have 0 souls. It's not even, like, that used these days. I mean, it's good for, like, early game, and you know what I mean? It's pretty good, but if you only have 1,000,000 souls, wait until you have, like, 1,100,000 or something, and then do it. That's fine. As long as you have, like, an extra 100,000 souls or something, which doesn't take that long. You'll do that this weekend in the Vault event. So maybe wait till Monday. Wait till Monday and then craft Dawnbringer, I would say. Dawnbringer's better than Dustbringer. Ruby Weapon's better than both of those. So, but Ruby Weapon takes weapons that you don't have, and by the time you get those 3 weapons, you'll build up another 1,000,000 souls easily. So, I would say craft Dawnbringer like Monday or Tuesday or next weekend or something like that. Go hard during this Vault event, get a bunch of Vault keys, and that'll give you the soul buffer. Just never, like, spend yourself down to 0, basically. Maybe for, like, Ironhawk with 4,000 diamonds, you could spend yourself down to 0, but I never, like, spend myself down to 0 on gems or gold or souls or anything like that. You might need souls, you never know. You might need souls tomorrow for a troop. You might need souls Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for a troop, for next week, for something, for an event. You know what I mean? Like, even if you have all your troops leveled already, like, I would still want to have a little bit. I don't want to, like, go down to 0 souls. I don't like going down to 0 of anything, really. Have a little buffer, you know? Like, if you pay your rent, you don't want to, like, use every single dollar you have. I mean, you would, because it's your rent. But Dawnbringer's not your rent, you know? Dawnbringer's like a vacation. You wouldn't spend every dollar in your bank account to go on vacation. So Dawnbringer's kind of like a vacation, not your rent. Ironhawk's like your rent. You see Ironhawk, you're freaking getting it. You have to, or else you get kicked out of your house. Dawnbringer's more like a vacation, like you go to Hawaii, but you can't spend every dollar in your bank account to go to Hawaii, because then what if something happens and you can't get back, or something happens as soon as you get back, or something like that. Me and my freaking metaphors and analogies, huh? Yeah, Scarab? Is it Scarab? Sorry. Alright, what else did you all say? You want me to run a poll? How long have we been streaming? Pretty good. How much train business here? What else do I got to do today? Okay, Alright, I'll run a poll and we'll do something for like 15 minutes. How about that? I'll do my holiday event while you guys vote, just like last time. We're going to vote on a poll to what we do for the rest of the stream. What to do for rest of stream. I'll put Gap on there. Gap. Underspire. That would be like scents, chests, traps, you know. It's like cleanup. And, oops, that's too much. Or, the other thing, Tower of Doom, I guess. I'm on like floor 20 or something. Floor 20-ish. Or PvP. I think I already did my PvP though. But, Gap, Underspire, Tower of Doom. Guess I'll just put it on there. Oh, we'll just say Verse Hunt. So I think I already did my PvP. Alright, you guys vote while I do my holiday event. And then whatever wins is what I'll do for the last like 15 minutes of the stream or so. Alright, Prance for ponies. Highest level. Chrysantherax business. I gotta get the legendary. I'll get the legendary tomorrow. Yesterday we found out that if you only need the pet, the golden pet, And the legendary, all you have to spend is one time. 50 gems. That's it. I've always wondered that. I always like buy early, and then I have too many turns, and I'm like, I'm gonna figure out exactly how much I need to spend. I'm gonna be a cheapskate. I'm gonna figure it out. That way I know. And it's 50 gems. That's all you gotta spend. But you'd have to be in that specific situation too. Like, some people need the armor, some people want the power orb, some people want to buy the trait stones to see the Medal of Anu or whatever. I don't need none of that. I have plenty of trait stones. I could use the Medal of Anu, I guess, but I don't... How many gems would it cost? Probably wouldn't even cost them. It might be a really good investment of gems, but it's probably too late now. Maybe next holiday event I'll do that. Might be a smart thing to get. I never really hear people talking about that until you guys mentioned it. Why am I matching? Somebody mentioned there's a Medal of Anu behind the trait stones, which I think I knew already, but I never thought of it as like a cheap Medal of Anu you can go get. So like right here, you'd have to get 200 points. How much is it though? Is it 500 or something? It would depend how much it costs. So you know how like when you get something here, it might reveal something else behind it? So you get the pet, the regular pet. If you buy the regular pet enough times, you can then buy the golden pet. If you, same thing with these two. I guess it's just, is it just these three that does that? The pet food, there's something behind the pet food. I think it's like a chaos orb or something like that. I can't remember. The trait stones, there's like a Medal of Anu behind there if you buy that. But how much is the medal? 600? Dang. So it's 800 in total for a Medal of Anu. Because you have to get the trait stones too. So 800, that's, it's 50 gems for every 75. It might still be worth it. 800 divided by 75, that's like 10, 11? Is that right? It's almost 80 and it's 800, so that's 10. Probably like 11. So you'd have to buy, so that's what, 500? It's exactly, that's probably how much it costs from an offer. It's about 500 gems to go get the Medal of Anu. That's what it sounds like to me, about 500, right? You get about 25 points per fight. You get 3 fights for 50 gems. That's 75 points for 50 gems. And you need 800 points, which is 11 times you have to buy, which is 550 gems. So they're trying to... The Medal of Anu costs 550 gems. Because there's... You have to get... If you don't get these... So you have to get, like, these, right? So it's like an extra 800 points, which costs 550 gems. So the Medal of Anu costs 550 gems. Is that good? I don't think so. I think they cost, like, what, 100 and... It might be about that much. I don't know. But it's definitely that much or less for a Medal of Anu from a merchant offer. So I don't know that it's a great deal. I mean, it's there, and you could definitely buy it. It's kind of like seeing a medal offer, like a Medal of Anu offer. Do you usually buy those? If you do, then maybe go ahead and do that in the holiday event. But if you don't, if you see a Medal of Anu offer and you don't buy it, there's no point. It's the same, like, same price. It's like if you're buying Dragonite in the dungeon, then you buy it from the offers, because it's the same price. If you're not buying Dragonite in the dungeon, then you would not buy Dragonite offers, because it's the same thing. So if you're buying Medals of Anu, which I almost am, I'm going to start buying them next week, but I'm too late. Like, I can't sit there, there's no way, I can't buy 11 turns in 2 days, so... I don't know, it's something to think about, but it definitely costs more. It's not like a sneaky, like, sneaky way of getting a cheap Medal of Anu. It's just the same old price, but it's there if you want it, type thing. It's a lot of work, too. You got to do that many fights. So, not a lot of work, but it's work. And instead of like a medal offer where you're just buying it and getting it, you got to do like however many fights and whatnot. So it's almost, it costs more than a merchant offer basically, I would say. Because of your efforts plus the amount it costs. Was I done? No, I got one more fight. You kind of have to equate the cost of anything in the game is based on like how much it costs to buy it with gems. Like how much does a merchant offer it to you for? Is how much something's worth in this game, pretty much. Alright, so I got to get the legendary still, but I think I should have 325 points, right? Sometimes the chat blocks out the upper right. 334, okay, I'm over. I'm getting a little bit more than 25 points a fight, but, you know, it's around that. It's easy to add it up if you say 25. Alright, let's look at the poll, and that's what we'll do for the last, like, 15 minutes or so. If anybody didn't vote yet, you better vote. It's pretty close. Got 15 votes. So at least half of y'all out there not voted. Over half of y'all didn't vote. But I get it. Maybe you got headphones in, you're working your little heart out, and you can't be voting right now. Shout out to you anyway. But I'll give y'all about 30 more seconds to vote. In case you didn't hear me the first time, or you want to run to your device or something. "15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gaps won again. You guys like them gaps. I mean, that's what I need to do anyway. Alright, let's see catch up in the chat. Swag, thank you so much for the 5, bro. I think I already said it, but really appreciate it, so I'll say it again. What do I mean by did my PvP? I mean, I did my Citadel Wars? Maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. No, I didn't. I should have put that on the poll. I thought I did. No, I didn't. I lied. I don't know how that... I swear I did. Maybe it was yesterday I was thinking. Anyway, I didn't do my PvP, but if I had done my PvP, I would have meant I did my 6 Citadel Wars fights here. And then I went and got my gold marks. So, maybe I did my gold marks. No, didn't do my gold marks either. I did none of my PvP. I ate my pants today, and I was wrong about this. Huh. So anywhere you see gold marks, you're going to want to do that. This is like the super bare minimum, by the way. I'm not going hard yet in PvP. But you're going to want to do your Citadel Wars fight. So the sword, you see the swords there behind the area, the region? So that's a Citadel War. And that's based on like your alliance. And see, I'm in the Dark Order, so the winning alliance gets gold marks the next day. So if we win here, you know, if we do these Citadel Wars fights, we get gold marks the next day, basically. So I need to do 6 fights. One of them being the Guardian. You also get some VP talismans, Swift talismans. I always confuse them, like which one gives which. But I think you get Swift talismans here. So once you beat the Guardian, you get Swift talismans, which give you a 75% start. Gonna do it right here. If you need it. And when you would use that is probably Citadel Wars. Because they're the hardest fights. All allies gain Swift, which is a 75% start. Which is the highest start in the entire game that you can give a team that doesn't already have one. So I gotta do those 6 fights, get my 2 Swift talismans, and you know, just you gotta do these so you can get your gold marks the next day. So yesterday I did mine, and now I have gold marks here. You see that at the bottom? So there's 5 fights, and then if I do those 5 fights, I get those gold marks right there. as the reward. And then the other location was Construct yesterday. So there's gold marks here too. So I did Construct yesterday. I did my Citadel Wars. I did right here. Is where I did my Citadel Wars yesterday. The option was either this or this yesterday. I chose this. I did this. I did my 6 fights, and now I have gold marks in both locations of the Citadel Wars from yesterday. So tomorrow, if I do my Citadel Wars here today, tomorrow the gold marks will be here. It'll be at the bottom. It'll say however many gold marks. And you want gold marks because you want to buy books in the PvP shop. Right here. Which I'm still not at 20,000, believe it or not. I think the season kind of just started though, right? Like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. But I should have put that on the poll, my bad. But nobody picked it yesterday, so it's not like it would have won or anything, I don't think. But that answers that question, right? Israel says teams for Vault Event not using Ironhawk or Rowan. Well, you have Rowan, right? So you should not use anything other than that. I mean, me telling you any other team would be a disservice to you. You'd be doing fights slower. But, I don't know, I guess since you asked. I hate showing this, because that'll make, you know, I hate it. Because then I don't want people using any other team but Ironhawk or Rowan. I don't know, do I have any other ones? I probably don't even have them because I don't like doing that. Here's the Rowan team you would use, by the way. Something like that. That way you can level a class, any class you want, by the way. I keep saying by the way. You can use any class you want, and you can get class weapons with this team. And it doesn't matter what kingdom you go to. It's what's awesome about it. It's fast. You can level any class you want. You can get any class weapon you want. You can get any trait stone you want. You can do any kingdom you want. That's why it's great. But another team would be other teams are kind of weird. Like it's either Moon Mage or Atlanta. Anything else is definitely slower. I don't care what you say. Anything with an explosion in the fight is going to be slower than Ironhawks. That explosion happens every single fight. Cascades happen. The explode takes time. The cascades take time. It's slower. I don't know if I have a... I can make one, but... I'm just seeing if I just have one sitting here. Like the Moon Mage team or something. Oh, here it is. So here's a team. This one has a legendary. Here, I'll show this real quick. This is another different team you could use. It's kind of exactly... It's the Atlanta before the Atlanta, you know? There was already an Atlanta out there. And nothing... It's pretty similar to Rowan, so it's not like that much faster than Rowan. It's probably not faster than Rowan. It's just the same. 50% start something that gets up every fight, then get it up with Leprechaun, then cast it. This is how fast Rowan goes, too. This might clear it. Here's one for you, I guess. Might put Wanda Stars there instead of Imperial Jewel. I don't know why that's there. Somebody gave me... This Glorfindel back in the day gave me this team. I was skeptical, and I still am a little, but... It's pretty fast. It's because she has such a low mana cost, and then you're 50% starting her with this. And then the Leprechaun like gets it up every single time easily. And then it does enough damage to clear Explorer 1. So... And the Atlanta team's pretty similar. But you have to use, like, freaking Pharaoh Cafroos, which is kind of weird to me. It's like, if you have Caffrey, why don't you have Ironhawk? That's what I always think. And Caffrey makes an explosion every fight. It's slower.
Need a little firepower?
But I guess this is good for the stream, like, just to show other teams. This is the team, like, right? And she starts to 75%, so these Caffreys are definitely getting her up. Wow, didn't even happen. See, there'd be a fight like this every once in a while. It makes it slower. The Caffrey explosion makes it slower. And you could do a different, like, Atlanta team. If you don't have Caffreys, you could just do, like, Leprechaun and Thrall, maybe, and, like, Black Manacles or something like that. But this is, like, the one where people are, like, excited, ripping their panties off and throwing them. But you saw it already failed once, the very first time. And then every single fight, you have to watch that Caffrey explosion, which makes it slower. The Ironhawks don't have any explosion. They just... You saw me, like, look at this. Remember, look at this? But it's pretty fast, you know. It's probably top 5. This is top 5. But why use number 5 if you have number 1 or... And you can't level a class with this. And you can't get class weapons with this. And you have to have 3 freaking Caffreys, which is just as hard as getting... It's harder than getting 2 Ironhawks. I think there's a version with 2 Caffreys, maybe, but it's probably less reliable. Anyway, those are, like, pretty much the only teams that I would even show. Because otherwise, it's definitely slower, whatever it may be. Moon Mage, Atlanta, Rowan, and Ironhawk are the only ones I endorse. And I don't even really like the Moon Mage or Atlanta. Alright, let's run a gap. 17, that's good. Let's make sure our team's ready to go. No turns for you. I'll lock it in. That's my habit, superstition, that not necessary. Get out of here. Alright. I have 5 gaps. I think we have more than we started with in the stream. We started with 4. I'll finish catching up here. Atlanta, 2 Sloths, and Leprechaun. I would say if you're going to use Atlanta, like, I can't talk you out of it. You're just going to use it whether I say it's a good idea or not. I would say Thrall, Atlanta, Black Manacles, Leprechaun, and then level a class while you're using Atlanta. You'll cast the Leprechaun, it'll fill the Atlanta. You'll cast it, you'll win. Sauna says 600 points. That was about the... Due to where I'm at currently, the holiday event, I switched to buying Anu instead of Power Orb. Yeah, okay. That's good. Infinitely buyable? Okay. I didn't know that. So, but it's like 550 gems a piece. Which, that's cool, I guess, you know. I don't know how much they cost. Like, from the merchant, I swear it's like 180, though. Isn't it? For a Medal of Anu, isn't it only like 180 gems from the merchant? Or is that a badge? So even if it's a badge, right? What is that? 540. So it's still cheaper to buy it from the merchant. But I see, like, if it's infinitely buyable and it only costs a little bit more, I don't think it's a bad idea. Nisha offers. That's a good idea, Swag. Daniel says 15 epic vault keys from 4 gaps. Not too bad. Yep, that's pretty good. 4 gaps, you would have like 80 vault keys at least. Yeah, that's really good, dude. You got lucky. Karen says this is deep, very late game strat. I also have over 300 power orbs. No, I like it. I like it. Atlanta Moon Mage, right? Sunbird, is it? Emberclaw, yeah, that's decent. Something like that. You just bought one. It's 180 is definitely the amount. I just can't remember if it's a badge or a whole ass medal. I gotta set my clock because I want to try to show that Dragonite thing again. Trying to make the title true that I'm farming Dragonite. I think I put that in the title, didn't I? Alright. Ready? So I'm going to start my timer right now. And then we'll do this. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go, go, go. Let go of that button. Give me stuff to talk about. Go. Or Airy. It's a whole medal for 600 points. It's 800 points though. You got to get the trait stones first. You get trait stones and a medal of Anu for 800. You can't get the medal of Anu unless you get the trait stones, so you got to include those 200 points. Unless you mean 600 total. Maybe I'm tripping. So I don't know. Maybe it's 400 for the Anu and 200 for the trait stones. Is that what you mean? Woo! Woo! I suck. Damn, y'all, we need to keep this up. You know what I mean? Let's keep it up. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Very motivating. Normally our Saturdays are so, like, dead. Makes me motivated to stream. You know, the other thing that makes me motivated, but that's not the only thing, is what I'm trying to say. The other thing motivates anybody. Look at this! Should we do the pet rant one time so we can lose, like, half the viewers? I could say it calmly and nicely. Why you shouldn't go get pets during a vault event. Same reason you don't open vault keys during the vault event. It pretty much literally boils down to that, honestly. Same reason you don't open vault keys during the vault event is the same reason you don't go do a pet rescue during the vault event. Even though it is the best time to get pets, I know. But is that your, like, goal in life, to get all the pets? It's not gonna really help anything. It's like a little side mission, I guess. It's like a... If you're a collect-a-thon type of person. I'm trying to collect all the Kingdoms 2030, though. And other people are trying to collect the Lovers and the Wand of Stars. And other people are trying to collect Ironhawk. And the other people are trying to collect, like, Pandemonia or Stellarix or Chrysantherax. That's what most people are trying to collect during the vault event, is those things. Not Emberclaw's Dingleberry. Or whatever pet. So many anyway, and they just add them all the time. You're never going to have all of them. I'd rather see you get something that's actually useful in the game. Just really looking out for you. I have nothing against pets. I have no, I gain nothing. Just looking out for you. I'd rather see you go get more Dragonite or more Vault Keys or more Verses. Which can lead to more gems, more diamonds, more chances at the Lovers. Don't get out that money machine. Step inside of it. With your giant Zumba pants. Tuck in your shirt. Tuck in your shirt. Wear your giant Zumba pants. Get in that money machine and catch those hundos. Quit getting out of there. Quit getting out of the money machine. The money machine runs for 72 hours. And they're letting you get in it and stay in it for 72 hours. And you can catch $100 bills. You can wear your Zumbas. You can tuck in your shirt. You can just stuff as many hundos down your pants and in your bra as you want right now. Doing anything else is getting out of there. Saying, nah, I don't feel like catching $100 bills right now. I'd rather go collect rocks. There's lots of different rocks, though. There's this rock and that rock. There's an orange rock and a black rock. And that rock looks like Mickey Mouse. And I don't have that rock. So I need to get out of the $100 bill 72-hour money machine. Quit catching $100 bills and go get that rock that looks like Mickey Mouse. I could buy bigger Zumba pants to catch more $100 bills if I stay in the money machine, but that Mickey Mouse rock is not going to buy any Zumba pants. You'll just have a Mickey Mouse rock. That's my analogy. The money machine analogy. Catching hundos right now. That's what I'm doing, like, literally, right this moment. I'm in the money machine stuffing $100 bills down my pants. Right now. Doing a gap. Going and getting your verses is like standing in line for the money machine. You're putting your pants on, you're tucking your shirt in. If you get out of line, you got to get back at the back of the line. You got to stay in line and go get your verses, you know? If you get out of the line to go get a Mickey Mouse rock, you got to go in the back of the line. And now you lost your spot. And you're not going to get in the machine as fast. So you got to make sure you stay in line, aka verse hunt. Don't get out of line, aka pet rescues. And then once you're in the money machine, aka gaps, you want to stay in there and catch $100 bills, aka vault keys. And not get out to go get a Mickey Mouse rock, aka pet. Or anything else, really. Underspire's okay. That's like a... I don't know. Underspire would be like Zumba pants that are bigger. Like, they're out there. And instead of buying them with the money that you're getting from the $100 bills, they're out there, and you have to get out real quick and go get the bigger Zumba pants. And then you put them on, and now you can get more $100 bills. It's kind of like that, I guess. Because, like, the $100 bills are going to help you buy bigger Zumba pants. The Underspire, the Major Orb of Glory, is like a bigger, even bigger pair of Zumba pants that you get out of the money machine for like a couple minutes to grab the giant clown pants. So it's worth it, right? Maybe some like sticky gloves like Home Alone, the sticky bandits. You got sticky gloves on and you just put your hand in a jar of change like a beggar, like a bum on the street has like a... It's like a little can you put change in. And then you, when you're walking by, you reach your hand in there like you're putting money in it, but you actually have sticky gloves on. And then you actually steal money from the bum. So maybe you can get some sticky gloves like the Wet Bandits or the Sticky Bandits. And also like big Zumba pants. And then Macaulay Culkin throws a barrel at a paint can at your head. That's if you get out, though. If you're in the money machine, like Macaulay Culkin can't hit you with the paint can. if you get out to go do a pet, then he's gonna throw paint cans down the stairs and hit you in the head. And you're gonna get your hair burn off with the flamethrower. He's gonna shoot you in the nads with a BB gun. You're gonna fall through the floor. You're gonna slip on the front porch and land on your head. You're gonna step on a nail. You're gonna get tarred and feathered. You're gonna dunk your head in the toilet. You're gonna give yourself a swirly, but there's gasoline in the toilet, and then like when you get out, a flamethrower hits your head. Or what happens? What's the order of operation there? Something happens to his head, so he dunks it in the toilet, and then there's like gasoline in the toilet, or something, and then he gets set on fire. That was like the best movie when you were a kid, you know? Watch some Home Alone, watch some adults get crap kicked out of them by traps in a house. The kid's home alone and then he fights back against the burglars. You're like, that's what I would do too, bro. I would throw a mattress down the stairs at the burglar. Put him to sleep. Alright, I gotta look at this. Alright, come on. We got 4 minutes. Come on, brother. Lock in. Preload inputs. Yeah. Alright. That's pretty good, pretty good. I don't know how you could watch this and then not do it like this. And I couldn't imagine. You watch a guy get 40 vault keys in a gap, and then you say, nah. I'd rather do it this way. I don't care what he's saying. I'm gonna keep using this. She's got her cross up. She's trying to banish the demon. The gnomes are demons. Gotta exorcise the demons. Pretty much see that every time she puts her cross up and they all die. They gotta be demons. There's some deep lore in Gems of War. I think they are, aren't they? Aren't gnomes demons? She puts up her cross, banishes the demons. They call her, like, the gnomes have been, like, their heads have been turning all the way around 360 degrees. They've been puking all over their parents. They had to handcuff the gnomes to the bed. And then we call Sister Superior to the scene of the demonic situation. She exorcises the demons. The gnomes are the demons. Sister Superior is Ed and Lorraine Warren. Dust Devil too. Shout out to Dust Devil. He does a tornado. He's like Street Fighter Tornado Man. He comes in there, and the cross don't work, the holy water don't work, the demon's too strong, he casts a tornado at her. At the gnomes. Nobody can withstand a tornado. I wonder, like, if there was a ghost or a demon, and then it got hit by a tornado, what would happen? You think it would float right through the tornado? Like, because if it's windy and stuff, like, the ghost, I swear, I don't know. What if I guess, I mean, normally, like, a demon has to inhabit someone else's body, so, like, if a tornado hit that body and, like, just destroyed it, demon wouldn't have a body anymore. I mean, like, if it was a ghost that was invisible that could go through walls, I don't think a tornado would hurt it. But Well, like, what if a ghost was haunting a house? And then a tornado hits the house. And then there's no house. What does the ghost do? They just stay right there where the house was? And then there's nobody to scare? But if it's like an exorcism, like demon possession, then the tornado hits the little girl, and or the gnomes, and it destroys it. Just there's no body left for the demon or the, so that's what Dust Devil's doing. He's a tornado hitting a demonic possession exorcism. That Sister Superior failed at healing. And that only happens every once in a while. I mean, he's there for backup, just in case. They just destroy the whole house anyway, after. Oops! I forgot. Oh well. Getting vault keys is the main goal anyway. If you happen to, like, screw up your timer and just keep going, no big deal. You just stayed in the money machine. Caught more $100 bills. So, I forgot about my timer. And to look for Dragonite gnomes, because I was off on a weird rant about tornadoes hitting ghosts. Alright, let's see how many pity keys we got and wrap up the stream. We're back on Monday. New week Monday. We'll be doing the guild event teams, the Soul Forge, the event key drop table, the Underspire, epic trials if you need them. You know, all that good stuff. Doing that on Monday. Same time, same place. I say 10:30, but I usually mean 10:45. Just by the way. Count the by the ways. Take a drink every time. Just kidding. I got 223 vault keys. I feel like one of these days I need to go like super hard and get at least like 500 just for proof of concept. But if you like, you know, how many I get per gap if I would just keep going, it's not gonna get like less. If you just like, okay, if this guy actually did the vault event for 5 hours a day, he's definitely getting at least 500 vault keys. I never do it because I assume like people realize like, alright, he's getting freaking 30 to 40 vault keys a gap. If he would just keep going, you know, he would probably get quite a few keys. Because I don't get like, I usually get like 300, 400. I think the most I've ever got's maybe 500. I just don't put in the time though. Like, I have the strat, I just don't have the time. So I give you the strat, and then hopefully you have the time, and you can go get 500 vault keys or something. 223 there. I still got 4 gaps, which is nice. So if you say that's another at least 100 vault keys there, so I'm going to get 300 easy this time, and I'm hoping to get more than that. I'll probably shoot for at least 400. But yeah. I don't know how many I got in that exact gap. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track, but I got 223 total. I'm trying to think how many gaps I've done in total. Dun, dun, dun. Probably 6. So, I don't know. That's like an average of like 23 to 25 vault keys a gap. That's not amazing. Something like that. I'm not going to give myself more credit or anything. I think I got an average about 25 vault keys a gap right now. I started out like super hot. Maybe I got unlucky in the last couple. That's around, if you use Iron Hawks, you could probably go ahead and like every gap you have, it's at least 20 to 25 vault keys. Like even if you get unlucky and go slow, like you're probably going to get at least 20. And 25 is more likely. So an hour, you could get 100 vault keys an hour. Pretty easy with Iron Hawks, with gaps. If you run them back to back to back. Like, I know like it's not easy to run a gap and then a gap and then a gap and then a gap in an hour and do nothing else. But anyway, I gotta go. Let's catch up in the chat. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, 10:30 a.m. EST. Or Airy. 180 gems for a badge? Okay, so 540. It's about the same then, huh? 200 to buy trait stones, and then infinite buyable 600 points per full metal. Okay. So, 75. You do like, it's a little more than, you can get a little more than 75 probably. What? I don't know. Eventually you would get more if you kept going and going and going. You get 30 points per fight. That's like 3 fights at least for 100, 18 fights. You can only buy how many fights a day? Like 9. So it might take you like 2 days. Anyway, you guys are good at math probably and figuring that kind of stuff out. Get between like 25 to 30 points a fight. You need 800 points for your first Anu, and then 600 for the ones after that. You're getting 30 points a fight. That's 20 fights, right? And you get 3 fights a day, and then you can buy another 9, so that's 12. So you can't get it like in one day or anything. If you're getting like another one, you know. It's not like infinite, right? You can't just keep buying turns, huh? Like it's like Gob Truffle Infinite, maybe. Can you like continuously just buy turns over and over and over and over? I've never tried it because I never do that. But I assume you can only buy like 3 extra turn, you know, like 9 extra turns a day, right? Do they let you like keep buying them over and over and over, like a power potion, or is it more like I don't know, something else where you can only buy like 3 extra turns? Tyrion says I'm only buying 2 anuses from the event, but should buy power orb. Most buy power orb. Mr. Z! You have a pulse? I lost you with which analogy? Chef, Captain, Professor, Uncle Zucchini, Jr., Sr. Eat zucchini. I finally lost you with the analogy. Oh no. Put an upside down thumbnail on it? Dang. Thumbtack. A tier and scroll team? I don't know if it's still there or anything. I can try. It's like, I don't know if I still have it saved anywhere. Maybe red? I gotta have it saved. It's like one of my favorite teams. Here it is. Not favorite, but it's one of my favorite teams I made up from scratch on my own. Like a Sony cool team that nobody ever, you know, nobody showed it to me or, you know, I just made it one day by myself type thing. Shagra. Flail of Guard, but I've always been like, it's not 100%. It doesn't have to be that. It just works for me, so I keep using it. You know, I stay with the girl I brought to the dance type of thing. Don't fix what isn't broke type of thing. But like, maybe Wanda Star's there if you want, or different weapon. But it has to be red if you want the team to be all red. Like, Flail of Guard has nothing to do with these troops either. It's just, it gives itself a barrier. It blows up the right color. Blows up blue, which is fine. It just has worked ever since I made the team, so I just stay with it. This is the team. This is a team you can use for either elemental or red elementals. You use elementalist. All the troops are elemental, and all the troops are red. I used it in the Guild Wars. We had a Guild Wars. We either had red or elemental or something when I used this team, and it went undefeated. I think I might have lost 1 fight. I can't remember. I've only lost 3 fights total in all of Guild Wars. So it might have been this team that lost 1 fight. I don't know. Most likely it didn't, because most of the time I don't lose a fight. The ghost gets sucked up into the tornado? Sharknado style. Is Tyrion the Sharknado? Yeah, rusty thumbtack. 3 extra turns like Underspire? Okay. So I'm being the technically guy here, right? And I don't like the technically guy, but it's not an infinite Anu Tyrion. Come on, bro. No, I'm just kidding. But I feel you. A lot of Anus for as many as you want. Pretty much. Because nobody's going to sit there and do that many fights and buy that many turns and, you know, essentially infinite Anus. It's something I never thought about for sure. I never thought about, you know, going after the Anu in the holiday event. And the Anu, like, even if you already have an Anu's good for gold eliting and stuff you're going to need for kingdom power, so you'll probably never not need a freaking Anu medal. Early game, though, I don't know. Would it be a good place early game to, like, get your first Anu, maybe? If you've been, like, unlucky and haven't got an offer from the merchant, for sure. But I would still say get... I don't know. Like, the golden pet's going to be hard to come by, but it's not impossible now. Like, they have the new choose 3 pet rescue thing, so it's not impossible to get the golden pet like it used to be. The legendary will be back. The other pet will be back. So the Anu isn't bad. I like it. I might try it next holiday event. Just remind me. Like, hey, go get that. I just don't have enough time right now. I don't want to sit here and buy, like, during the vault event, I'm not going to sit here and buy 3 turns today and 3 turns tomorrow and, like, do a bunch of these fights for a Medal of Anu, but maybe next holiday event I'll try it. Because I could use one. I'll take a Medal of Anu. I could use a Medal of Anu more than a Power Orb, so I would take it. Might even, I don't know. Like, I can get the freaking Legendary later, I can get the pet later. I can't get those Anus in that holiday event later. Yeah, Trey, I probably will. I'm streaming a little bit too long today, but I don't see why not. What time would it be Sunday? Like, what do you mean by late Sunday? I'm gonna try to do it today. I definitely need a break after the stream though, because my brain turns to pudding and I gotta decompress a little bit before I jump back on. And I want to eat something, and Mrs. Senny gets off at 5, so I need to take a look at our Prince video and see if it's all laggy or not. If it's all laggy, then we might just do that again. Just re-record it. And we're just like right there anyway, aren't we? Instead of like trying to find something new, which would take time. Yeah. I think it's cool, Tyrion. I like that. You know? You threw the baloney at the wall and you got one to stick on me today. You do that. You definitely, you're pretty good at getting that baloney to stick. Alright, I gotta go. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is Monday for the new week. I'll go over the whole Soul Forge, rank the mythics, event key drop table, guild event teams, high, mid, and low, Underspire teams, you know the deal. And, yeah. Special super first shoutouts go to... You should feel special, because I feel special. Trey. Fallen Arrows. Trey Bobuff. Swagmeyer. 119. Yeah, those two fellas. Those two fellers. You get a special shout out today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Lights on, doors open, helping me and my family. My big, very needy family. But yeah, everybody else, tent poles, appreciate it. Thanks for being here today. We got Trey, we got Tyrion, we got Daniel, Lucas, Sana, aka Lady Alfhild. Mr. Z, who is Chef Captain Professor Uncle Zucchini Jr. Sr. Got Daniel Lucas was in the house. Mr. Z, Tyrion, Sana, Swagmeyer, MJK Jets, Israel. Do you have any trouble today, Israel? I got you. I got your back. Got Jets, Swag, Sana. Horth was here. Good to see Horth. Israel, Jets, and there's probably more people, but my freaking chat crashed. Chad was definitely here, right? I swear. Maybe not. Maybe not, but He deserves it whether he was here or not. So shout out to Chad. All right. I'll try to fit it in today, bro. I got till 5, so as long as we start by like 3, we can at least do an hour and a half or something like that. But I'll try to make it more like 2:30ish. Dragor, right? Yoke. Can't forget them. You guys' chat's probably more accurate than mine, because mine, crashed. So if you see any other names up there, you know, shout them out for me. But anyway, I gotta go. Thank you so much. You're the best. Great couple days of streaming. Let's keep it up, y'all. That motivates me, I'm telling you. It ain't all about the one thing that motivates me. Other things motivate me, too. So, I'll see y'all Monday. Have a good one. You're the best. Get those freaking keys, dude. Explore 1. Ironhawk or Rowan, I promise. Like, look at the results. I just want to help you. Just do it. Get those class weapons if you're using Rowan. Level those classes. Get trait stones. You're doing all those things at the same time with Rowan. That's the benefit of doing Rowan. Is you get to do all those other things too as a beginner. Make progress in the game. Like, super good progress. Some of the class weapons are really good. You can level up certain classes and make them better. Like, really good class. Get Elementalist to 100 or something. Get all the class weapons. Go get Essence of Evil and Reflection of Good and Fiend Fire. Like, those will be helpful. And then if you have Ironhawks, freaking use them on Explore 1. Come on, people. You know? Get these vault keys. They'll give you anything else you could want. That's the main freaking idea of the vault event, is to get vault keys. So get them. Use those gaps. Run them. If you got a bunch of gaps, just freaking run gaps back to back to back to back to back all weekend. I don't know. I said a bunch of cool stuff in this stream, so go back and watch it. But yeah, it's the main idea right there. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. Shut up, brother.